Heidi ho, everybody. So oddly, this is the 4th video I've done since my last one. We'll see if it works. The last 3, something weird happened with each one. I guess as we're going, finishing Mercury retrograde. Yeah, so then I talked to Spirit. It's like, well, were the readings wrong? Was there like what? and oh, I was going to use these, but I don't have the book here. It just hold tight. So I asked Spirit about it, and Spirit just said, you know what, because you hadn't done readings for yourself, like the readings that I'd done were actually, for me. So hopefully I don't hear in the background. I've got my fan going. I'm in a different room. It's the weekend. We're here in Canada. There's an actual blizzard going on. So my kids gaming, and they're 14-year-old boys, so they make a racket. Just a second. Okay, I've got the book. All right. But I grabbed the Romance Angels deck also. So I think I'm going to go with these first. And, gosh, I hope these guys, 14-year-old boys, make a racket. And it's like they're always trying out their new voice. But they're really good boys. Really good boys. So, what's going on in the collective? Oh, okay. That's fast. Fog. Now, isn't that interesting? Because the first one come out fog. I just want to get so it's not like reflecting there, fog. And then the second one came out. So fog, and it says veiled. And the second one comes out, and it's unfoldment. Which, I mean, a lot of my readings lately have been counterintuitive. So one card says veiled, covered, and the other one says to open. So Spirit just says to me now, currently veiled, working towards unfolding that veil. Okay. See, I didn't even need the book. A lot of the times I worry about the book, right? It's, oh, I gotta have the book. It's like, no, Spirit looks after that, right? So I'm going in to the Romance Angel, or the Romance Angels Oracle deck. Just to see. I really like this deck because it's not all just happy messages. It's like, you're awesome, everything's going to turn out all right, or everything, like, the guy that you love is perfect, because it'll tell you if there's deception, or not this one, or you're codependent, or whatever, right? So what's going on for the collective, for the people that are going to switch onto this video? Spirit, bring people to the video that need this message. Please give me a good message for them. So like I say, sometimes the shuffling can take a long time, but I like to do it on camera so that you can see that this is authentic, right? Like, I don't really like the ones that the cards are all laid out already, because, I mean, maybe I just have trust issues. Boy, Spirit's being stubborn. Whoa. Okay. Wow. So, release your ex and free yourself, and love yourself first. Now that's interesting. Veiled. Sorry. Veiled in unfoldment. The time has come to clear your energy and release your ex. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Alright. Alrighty then. We're going to go into... Okay. What's going on? I mean, these are kind of... Oh, what's going on? This opened up for me. This one's come out a couple times lately. I love this card. This isn't an actual tarot card, but I keep it because it gives an overall feeling. You know how there's the Lovers card, obviously, right? Like, and everybody's like, ooh, the Lovers card. But the Lovers card doesn't necessarily mean that those two people have connected, right? Like, they're standing there, their hands are outreached to each other. They have the blessing of the Holy Spirit, but they haven't connected. These two have connected. On the bottom of the deck, I'm not going to take it yet, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Just stuff that in there and just see. Right? There's a few here. I'm just going to see where that... Okay. I mean, I put cards back. Those are from the bottom of the deck, right? But, I just want to make sure that they came out naturally, those ones. Spirit will tell me to take the bottom of the deck or not. So what's going on for the collective? This is love. This is a love reading. So what's going on in the collective with love right now? Oh, kind of all tangled there. Fool. Okay, this is super interesting. The moon. Veiled. Right? Because the moon, okay, and I'll just finish that, in the Ace of Wands, and, I mean, that's super fruitful, right? So, I'm just sitting here on my bed, don't mind me. So, I mean, our first cards we got are veiled, currently, and unfolding. So, like, it's a picture of a lotus, right? So, lotuses start like this, as all flowers do, right? But they're hiding a treasure inside, right? So then, you know, the Romance Angels cards, like, basically, it's like to unfold from your veiled situation. Release. Oh, you know what? It just said to me to read veiled. I'm just going to quickly look at the book. And there I was just saying, I don't need the book. Spirit says, no, there's something in there. Don't think you're so smart. See, Spirit's really interesting because, you know, any good reader that you see on YouTube, there's so many really good ones. Veiled. Oh, fog. That, you know, Spirit will correct us. It's like, we'll go on, blah, 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 and then we'll say, you know what? No, that wasn't right. Fire, fog. I'm not reading this whole thing out loud because, you know, it's lengthy. It just says, you are enmeshed in confusion and uncertainty, and you are unsure if it will ever clear. This is not the best time to make decisions, particularly any major ones. Mercury retrograde too, right? But that's ending. That's ended. Know that this foggy veil will eventually dissolve. Although there may be ways you are unconsciously contributing to this state, the greater truth is that this simply is a cycle you are moving through. And like all things, this too shall pass. and it's going to pass into the lotus flower of unfoldment. Now I'm going to read that one. Yeah. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring now, whether you are aware of it or not. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. So like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It's a natural cycle. Okay, so, right? So that there, it says to release your ex. I mean, this is serious. Like, so, for those of you that are listening, you have an ex. You have a partner that you may have not separated from yet. No, you have not separated from this person yet, but your relationship is done like dinner. And you need to have love for yourself. You're staying in a relationship for the betterment of other people. It might be even for your kids. Well, there's judgment on the bottom. It might even be for your kids. But keep in mind, it's not really that great for kids to grow up in a situation where it's pretty obvious that their parents can barely tolerate each other. I was channeling this yesterday and it just came back again. You know, I'm a single mom. I've been through 2 really nasty relationships, so I've done this like a couple of times. I always watch romance movies, romantic comedies, and one of my favorites is You've Got Mail with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. And like, you know, in the movie, if you've watched it, if you haven't, you can maybe YouTube it or whatever. But in the movie, you know, Meg Ryan and her partner are breaking up very nicely, very amicably over cappuccino in a New York restaurant, right? And he says, you know, because he's interested in somebody else, and he's been trying to hide that, you know, but there's no hiding it anymore, right? And so there's 9 of Wands now on the bottom after I shuffled, and the 10 of Wands. But anyway, so he says, and what about you? You know, is there somebody in your life? And she says, no, but there's the dream. There's the dream of somebody. And so what Spirit says is that you've been in this relationship, you're holding on. It might not be that anybody's done anything wrong, other than as tensions increase, people start acting out, right? Or one person might be acting out and the other is disengaging completely. So you are ready to release your ex, to free yourself, because you need to love yourself first. And so you're going to, I mean, this is embarking on the fool's journey, but in tarot that doesn't mean you're being foolish. It just means, you know, you're saying, you know what, I busted free. Let's see what's going on. Now this is interesting because the moon, I love the moon, I resonate with the moon, I resonate with the actual moon very much. Moon is a woman energy. In this card is a woman energy, but in tarot it is that there are things that may need to be revealed. And that there's a sense of, make sure that you know, don't just look at the reflection of the moon in the water, but recognize that the moon has the whole world too. Oh, okay. Just a second. Okay, Spirit says no. You know, not to worry about what might be hidden. Not to worry about what's might be there. You know, be the fool. Proceed. Because we manifest under these big supermoons. There's one coming up Monday for Canada anyway. A supermoon. I forget which one it is, but these are the times that we're strongly encouraged to manifest strongly what we want, and to be really careful to not say what we don't want, because we want to start this new journey. Remember, the 10 of Wands is unbearable weight. Like, I can't do this anymore. So a cycle has passed. You are unfolding. You're unfolding. You're starting with a fresh wand, right? You've released your ex. You're freeing yourself. You're loving yourself first. With the dream of this might be already current. This might be a dream. This might be current. In fact, I'm going to just ask, what's going on with that card for the collective today? Can we get some clarification? Is this current, or is this what we hope for? Oh, Page of Pentacles and the Tower. Right, so we want clarification on these two. So shit's hit the fan. And we're ready to go. We're ready to start this new journey. Spirit just like, you know, you might have been holding on for money, but you're going to go ahead. You know, you're going to start your journey, even if it means starting over. Okay? But it means that everything had to come to an end. Everything up to now. I'm just going to switch this around. Everything up to now coming to an end. And a new start. And on the bottom, okay, I'm taking these now. Soulmate. Rushing in. Knight, like do. With the King of Cups. So the guy in here has the energy of a King of Cups. Is that you? What about the female? The feminine? Give me a little bit of information about the feminine here. How much time? 17 minutes. I just don't like to feel rushed, and yet I don't want these to be like too long and boring, right? Because I feel like 30 to 40 minutes is kind of average for a good tarot reading, right? I kind of like the 40-minute ones, like that I watch myself, because I do 40-45 minutes on the treadmill. So I put them on while I'm on the treadmill. I really like to watch what other readers are doing and seeing if we're kind of on the same page, which we have been. Sorry, I'm just talking, so the cards aren't popping out. Who's the feminine energy in this? Feminine energy in this. Who's the feminine energy in this? Nope, that's not the one. Sometimes they don't like fly out. They kind of pop up a little bit, and I'll check them, but it's like, no, I don't think so. Oh. Okay, he keeps popping out. I'm just going to kind of put this over here. That is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so somebody's going in. So, I mean, this comes out with who is the feminine. So, I mean, she might have that Knight of Wands energy, right? Oh, so, okay. Spirit just said Joan of Arc. So, who is the feminine in this? She's fearless. Lovers. On the bottom. So this is a confirmation of this. But the Lovers card came out with who is she? Who is the feminine? Interesting. So Spirit's saying that this started off with the feminine. So whoever was in this relationship, masculine or feminine, if it's feminine, she was going along in a situation where she knew she wasn't loved like she wanted to be, like in the movies. Like in the movies. But then she said to herself, no, that doesn't happen. That's just in the movies. But then she sees like her friends or other relationships, and they are like that. That he's her partner. He doesn't just come home and say, "What's for supper?" and flunks himself down on the couch and watches TV and scratches his ass all night, right? You know, if this is the masculine, take it how it resonates. If this is the masculine, he's been married, or he's in a relationship with somebody. Yes, I think there's children here. You just have the spirit. Maybe not. Either way, he's been in this long-term relationship with this woman, like the couple in whatever, You've Got Mail, right? Because they had just fallen out of love, and they were just together out of habit, right? And so it didn't mean that one was a bad person or one was cheating or whatever. I mean, and that was the best breakup ever. And I see a lot of these breakups, actually. And it's really nice because those two people can go their separate ways, find the lives that they want. Even if there's children involved, they find the lives that they want. They still have respect for each other. And in many cases, they're still friends with each other. But anyway, this whole thing starts with the woman, because if this is the man unhappy in this relationship, he's met his soulmate. If the Six of Cups comes out, but anyway, he's met his soulmate, and everything comes crumbling down. Either way, right? Between veiled and unfoldment, to come to unfoldment, there has to be a tower, right? The tower speaks of releasing a person. When you release a person, when you release your ex, you free yourself. And you're only able to do that if you finally decide that it's not selfish to love yourself first. And it teaches your kids, if you have kids, it teaches your kids to not stay in an unhappy relationship where sometimes people do that and then they end up cheating, or they end up just being mean to each other, or they just shut off, you know, or they take their anger out on the kids or the people around them, you know. So, like, don't do that. Okay, so, tell me a little bit more about the feminine, please. She is a go-getter. She is brave. She may be a high priestess, like Joan of Arc was. We'll see if that comes out. Why are some of these on my decks upside down? Okay. She may be a high priestess like Joan of Arc. She might have a bit of a masculine energy, like just like she's a single parent like me. She's like, I can't wait around for other people to do stuff for me. I gotta go ahead. Right? Oh, my legs. Okay, so. Oh, see, something popped out and then slid itself back. So, tell me a little bit more about this feminine energy. Okay, Spirit, tell me more about this feminine energy. That's the second time I've seen Judgment. And there's a card that keeps popping out, but it won't let me see it. It's like peekaboo. There's the third time that's come out. Tell me about this feminine energy. Oh, wow. Okay. This is a power woman, right? So this is why she's attracted. This King of Cups who wants to move quickly, right? Because this is a soulmate. She is a Joan of Arc. She's a powerhouse. She has a lover's energy. They both feel that this is destined. That this is soulmate connection or twin flame. And Spirit just says we don't care what people think. Judgment is a card that you can fear if you've been bad. If you've been a cheater, or if you've been nasty, or if you've held on to somebody using trickery or whatever. But if it's pure and loved, and like this is angel, like this is Holy Spirit blessed, right? Oh yeah, okay. Huh? Angel, angel, okay? And on the bottom is justice. I'm taking it because these two have been showing up together in other readings. Am I going to take it? Yes. So you're worried about how you're going to be judged also. But no, that's good. Or she's at least worried. You know what? Because oftentimes, especially if a man has broken up with a family or with a partner that he's been with a long time and starts off with a new, somebody new that he really loves, this woman can be branded a hoe. Right? Even if nothing's happened. Right? So she's concerned about that because she's a powerhouse. She's got her own thing going. She might be a single parent. Picked that up from something else. I'm not sure. What? It might be from the Knight of Wands, because the single parents, like that, I'm a single parent, and we have to, especially like I'm a female, that my child is a boy. So, you know, I need to dude things up too, right? Like, I need to get it done one way or another, even if I have to be in disguise, right? Even if I have to. It's like we have horses, right? I have to do the work, the chores of a man. It's made me strong in more ways than one, right? Okay, so what's going on with these two? Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't like swearing. In my head, I just say, what about the karmic? What about the partner that you've left? The devil energy. Okay. And the Six of Wands. Everybody's looking. She's telling whoever this is, it's been like a jail, right? See this little unicorn? It's in a corral. And that's a tight corral for a unicorn. I mean, I was just saying I have horses, right? We would never keep a horse in a corral that small. That's the kind of corral that you use. I would never use a corral like that. I mean, we call that a round pen for training. See that this unicorn has a collar around its neck. That's not right. Do you have a harness on a unicorn? So that's been, you know, who's ever struggling here. This is their partner that doesn't want to let go necessarily. Is calling in that devil energy. And she's making a big show. Okay, I wasn't going to take that, but it just said, okay, so there's an Eight of Wands here. And it's like, she knows that things are changing quickly. Oh, Bob Dylan. I get all these songs, right, in my head, like I always have, I just do naturally. But it's like, but the times, they are a-changing. Bob Dylan, you might want to look up the lyrics, see if that resonates. Oh, and that one, what's that? Okay. One more for this. I mean, other readers call them the karmic. I call them the current life partner. Right? However it resonates. Don't need to be married. Committed currently. But not for long. Not for long. There we go. She's holding on to her cups. 9 of Cups. See, she's missing one. Guess where that cup's going. The devil. So she's... This is so interesting because she's whole. I was just going to say, oh, frick, yeah. Okay. Emperor. She's going to hold on to this guy because he's her provider. I'm thinking that, you know, this karmic, this can be a masculine who's been being provided by the feminine too, right? But, oh, okay, Spirit says, by any means necessary. She's going to hold on to him by any means necessary. I've got a 3 of cards on the bottom, but it says not to take it, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. No. I'm going to put it in the middle, and if it pops out again, then we'll deal with it then. That dropped out. It said it was the star, but we'll see. Because I haven't even asked questions. I was just randomly shuffling. Got a nice looking spread going on here, though. You know, in that movie too, like Spirit's just giving me all these lines from that movie. I mean, it's stormy here. I might just dig that movie out and watch it tonight. But she talks about, and it's like one of my favorite books also, and movies, with Colin Firth, is Pride and Prejudice. And she's like, oh, I've read it a million times. You know, will Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy ever get together? And that's kind of where I'm at with this reading. Like, are they going to get together? It just said yes. At the bottom of the deck. Because we're talking about this King of Cups. And she comes out Queen of Cups. This resonates very much with this Knight of Wands energy, right? Because the Queen of Cups is kind and benevolent. She's artistic. She's creative. She's a broad thinker. She's a problem solver. She's an intuitive. She's gentle and she's kind. Okay. And then I just like, in my head, it's so funny because I don't always look at the bottom, but in my head it's like, as opposed to what? And it's as opposed to the karmic, the Queen of Swords. And this woman is self-defensive. It's almost like she's got her hand up, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's going on? But she can be defensive. She's litigious. You're not following the rules. Oh, Spirit is... This person isn't really the nicest person, especially under challenge. You know, and like the karmic, you know, a lot of people just like the karmic's bad always, right? No. Lots of times, you know, it's just that things aren't working out. Or that the love is lost, or whatever. They're not always bad, right? Like, lots of times, they're the victim. They're the victim. But not in this reading. Because Spirit just said to me that she with him, with the masculine in this, this is really coming off that the one who needs to release their ex and free themselves and love himself first is likely a masculine. But again, take it how it resonates. But this person, oh no, Spirit just said, see, Spirit corrects me. He's like, no, back up. No. This person, though, is embodying this Queen of Energy, Queen of Swords energy. And Spirit just said to me that this person says to you, I'll tell you what to think. So this guy is by nature an emperor, and in this family he's the emperor. He may be the sole provider for this family. He's the guy that fixes the faucets. He's the guy that renovates the house. He's the guy that has a full-time job. He's the guy that others depend on. And yet he feels emasculated because this person, or like, you know, how it resonates. I mean, I'm a straight heterosexual woman, and so my readings kind of come from that perspective, right? Because, I mean, when you, like, I'm an artist too, right? Like, I have paintings in the background. Like, when you make paintings, when you make art, in fact, you know, in university, there was a saying, like in painting school, that the artist is dead as soon as infighting pops out. That the artist is dead as soon as somebody else sees their work, because you've made the painting with certain thoughts and feelings and whatnot in mind, but everybody else will look at it and interpret it based on their own experience and based on their own feelings. And I feel like that's how tarot readings are too. So I'll interpret them someplace, some way, and Spirit will tell me what this is meaning, right? But Spirit will make it resonate for you one way or another. And like others have said before me, if this isn't fitting you, then this reading's not for you. But there's infighting here, no duh, right? So like, let's look at some outcomes. What are some outcomes? Because we have a queen, we have romance, we have twin flame energy. This is marriage, usually, almost always partnership anyway. This is often twin flame, lovers. I mean, hello, right? What's outcome? Whoa. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. Pops out. Outcome, as does the Four of Pentacles. So, you know, I want to move on. This guy, right, or this woman, really wants to move on. But there's a bit of a fog. So right now, he might be just holding on to what he's got. This is the dream of what he wants. I don't think that this has occurred yet. I think that we might be in this energy. That the masculine and the feminine, they know they're loved there. They both are feeling like this is a twin flame kind of thing, that this is destined to be. That they have a soul contract with each other. But see, they haven't connected yet. So they know it's there, but they haven't. This is the dream, like they told me, like this is the dream. Okay? So for now, you know, he wants to move forward, but for now he's got to play, because he's got this to deal with, this devil energy, right? Who's holding on. She's not above using trickery, right? And causing infighting. I wonder what that means. Oh, Knight of Pentacles. So he was wanting to make an offer. He's ready. He's ready to make an offer. Pentacles is abundance too, right? It's like, sweetie, you take my breath away. This feminine. Oh, there we go again. Okay. You take my breath away. The season has changed. Seasons have changed, and so have I. That's a song, right? Seasons. I'm gonna have to Google that too. Seasons have changed, and so have I. I'm coming in with an offer. And in Spirit in my head's like, I love you. I love you. Oh, Spirit's telling me that these two are able to, I'm thinking like twin flames. Because they're separated now. He's stuck in the fence. He's working at getting out, right? But they're able to communicate telepathically. They can feel each other. You can feel each other, right? I'm just going to say no. What's going on to wrap up this reading? What's the sense of what's going on? Ah. It's like, are Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth ever going to get together? If okay, I'm gonna be like Meg Ryan and You've Got Mail. If you haven't read this book or seen this movie, especially the version with Colin Firth, you have to. You have to. Because here's the Ten of Pentacles. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about how is this going to end. In all this, all the three characters have choices. Okay? So anybody that says they can tell you the future, they can tell you an idea of the future. Or what, you know, what spirit wants for you. But there's choices within this. If this person never frees himself, if this person says, I'll tell you what to think, and the fighting, and it's just too much, and he can't embrace his full Emperor energy, then it'll be a different outcome, obviously. Because this Knight of Wands, this woman here, this Queen of Cups, she's no homewrecker. She's not going to force the issue at all. I mean, both of you can feel this, that given the right time, Spirit just said something to me, I better not forget. If given the right time, the two of you will be, you know, Ten of Pentacles, that's everything, right? Abundance. Abundance means everything. Everything's going to work out fine. Another song somewhere. But this is saying, you can have this, but, you know, let God, whatever, you know, whatever you believe, like I believe in God, Holy Spirit. I mean, you need to do your part. But wait for the signs. Things are going on in the background in your favor. Oh, there. Wait for the signs. Take a rest. Wait for the signs. Hermit. I'm just going to... I just feel like there. Oh, okay. I just felt like I need to... The seasons are changing, and so am I. This is the dream. This is what is meant for you. But take her easy and just wait. Things are going on in the background. Okay? The Creator's got things he's doing in the background. Right? Because these kind of things are tricky. You don't bulldoze your way through it, or this one could win. She could take you to court and take you to the friggin' cleaners or whatever, right? So just take a rest. Wait and see what's going on. Just like hunker down, like we're doing in this blizzard. Because you're going to take control. We're going to take control of your thoughts and start again. And the outcome is the sun. Everything's going to be okay. But wait. Like, don't push it through. Okay? This is a real nice story. Really nice story. So don't worry. Be happy. Don't force things. But don't take shit from her either. Okay? Alright. So, hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. I tried to learn the lessons. The last 3 readings were obviously for me. And so, you know, I've taken that and let it resonate, and okay. And this is actually a completely different reading. So, not completely, but, you know, because I've got stuff going on too. So, yeah. For me, it's Saturday, so have a good weekend. Hunker down. Alright, see you.